from Durban and founder of LaboWorld. So before we get talking with her, let me give you an introduction to Labo. LaboWorld, her business is a project management consulting firm. Her mission is to use her wealth of business and project management experience to provide the best solutions that help people and organizations to grow. She'll talk a little bit now to us about the industries she's worked in. So yeah, do you mind if I can hand over to you, Labo? Can you tell us a little bit about your background that prepared you for this?
Awesome. Thank you so much for the opportunity. And thank you to everybody else who is listening and taking the time to listen to this. I actually believe the project management world is such a great influence and has the ability to transform the planet. So I'm very happy to be speaking to you about it. I have had besides just the experience that I've had in different industries, my starting point really was from the grassroots of project management, working for small organizations, big corporates, multinationals. And I've worked in banking industry, in insurance industry, the communications, telecoms, mergers and acquisitions, legalese, direct sales, food, cosmetics, the FMCG. So I've worked in a variety of industries, and I've actually done over 120 projects throughout my 16 years of project management. And it's been really good, and it's had its challenges, and that's why today I can talk about my business, because those challenges are what has propelled me to get to a stage where I say, wait a minute, I can help people to avoid the same things, same challenges, the same problems that I've encountered.
Yeah, that's incredibly extensive. And yeah, that's incredibly extensive, and I could imagine that you've seen a lot of problems in the way, and that's what defined you to open this business.
100%. And the interesting thing is there's always almost the same type of project problems, if you want to call it that, that people experience. And those challenges, they have different solutions, because every project and every environment is unique to that particular business or individual, whoever's implementing anything, because anything can be a project. Building a house, as an individual, you are doing a project there, or doing an event because it's a wedding, you are doing an event, or a project. Or if you are actually in a big organization where you're launching a new product, or you launching a new system, or you're doing something else that will help your business to grow and to transform. So those issues and challenges that people encounter, sometimes even before they even start their project, they're almost the same. But at the end of the day, you have to tailor the solutions to suit the environment and the challenge at hand.
Yeah, so there will be a lot of similarities across industries, but you'll be able to pick out the nuances per industry.
Yes, 100%, yes.
So when was the actual defining moment for you that you were like, okay, I know I've actually got a business here where, I've got to do this? What was the point for you that you knew this was it?
So it's quite interesting because when I started generating business ideas in my head, I never pictured that it would be utilizing the skill that I've accumulated over the many years in project management. I always thought, maybe I'll plant some oranges and have a vineyard for a wine or anything like that. But the more the more I actually worked in these different industries and in project management, I realized that there is so much a gap that people have. People are not seeing their ideas come to come to fruition. Somehow people have wonderful, excellent objectives and goals that they want to see for their businesses, but they just never take off. And even when they do take off and they translate them into some kind of project, they're still stuck because they don't know where to start. And in some cases, they have started, but they're making the common mistakes that people make in projects, and they actually end up getting stuck. And so for me, what happened was a couple of years ago, we were called in by our then CEO in my corporate at the time, and he announced to all of us 300 employees that he was going to retrench 70 of us.
Wow.
And so everyone had to reapply. So all 200 or say 300 employees had to reapply for their jobs. And I was one of the handful of people that actually was exempt from reapplying. And that's mainly because till today, project management remains a scarce resource and a scarce skill. And I looked at that, and for me, I was quite angry and shocked because I love people. I love working with people. I have a lot of compassion for people, so I could see the pain that people were going through there. But one of the biggest things that hit me was I actually have to spread this knowledge that I have to other people. Because it's one thing to celebrate the fact that, oh, I got saved from this retrenchment, but and I'm the lucky one. But how about I equip other people to actually be as lucky as I was in that situation, where even if they had to go through retrenchment, they can actually now go apply the skills somewhere else and run projects, because there's so much of good that can be achieved if people apply project management principles to their daily lives.
Labo, absolutely. And, you know, if you look and talk to a lot of successful entrepreneurs, I just wanted to put that part in there, they feel it's a calling, that this is something they absolutely have to do. And so that's what kind of resonated with me when you spoke there. And also, you know, as you say, there's so much wastage in projects wherever it is. And I understand that projects, you know, when many of us think of project management, the uneducated people of us who don't know too much about project management, I know that people immediately think construction sites, but in fact, it's huge. I mean, I know that the banking industry, legal reg tech industry, I know that that it's really utilized across the board in all businesses. And I know that America adopted this many years ago and went, you know, into the gig economy very quickly because of project management.
And you know, the other part I want to add to what you're saying, which is 100% correct, and you're 100% true. One of the biggest challenges that we've seen over time is that the learnings that people have had in projects, I mean, project management goes back to Egyptian days, or even before that, the different empires. You know, I'm still amazed by how they say the engineer who was project managing the Great Wall of China was so good and precise with timing, with budgets, with everything, that only one brick was left. That is complete precision.
Wow, I love that anecdote. I absolutely love that. Beautiful. Thank you for that.
So project management has a long history, but for some reason, the knowledge has just not been translating through to our generation. And I want to change that. I want to use my business and my voice to actually help other people, whether it's, they don't even need to be aspiring project managers, business people who are running their businesses and they're lacking that skill to take their business to the next stage because they're just not implementing their initiatives. And that's where project management comes in.
Thank you for that. So who would you say would be your dream client then? Because it sounds pretty broad. Are you looking for small business owners, corporates? Who would you say is your dream customer?
So I would like to work with anyone who is tired of wasting time and just wants to see results.
Oh,
and that
love
already
You do not need to
that
say
already takes away a whole lot of people that should
Yeah.
not even be there.
Yeah.
And so once you've decided that, you know what, enough is enough, I'm wasting my day here, I'm not making a difference in my business, and I just want to take it to the next step, then you come to me and then we can work with each other. So it could be individuals, it's organizations, small or big. I'm not fast about it. And in some cases, you find it's people who already have established teams, and they actually even have established programs within their businesses. However, they have still lots of projects and initiatives that they want to run, and they want to upskill some of their team members who are not necessarily project managers or do not have that kind of knowledge. So I help those people as well. So I would love to also just focus for now on the small to medium-sized businesses, because I think there's a wider group of people that I can assist there. Whereas with bigger corporates, you're possibly just going in to help on one project and you're concentrating on one organization, and that's where you're spreading your time. But with working with smaller businesses, you're not just touching the small business owner, you're touching even the employees and the communities that they're serving.
Well, Labo, I mean, you were in the inner circle, the Girl Boss Hustle inner circle with us this morning, and we had one entrepreneur who was flailing around and feeling super duper anxious. And, you know, what was the outcome? Take it one step at a time, right? Which is another form of project management. So it is super valuable. I'm in agreement with you on that. So on to the next question. What is your big dream for your business? What is your big, hairy, audacious goal?
So my biggest dream is to go international.
Okay.
I think my project management skills, besides South Africa, emerging markets, especially here, right here at home, Africa, you know, project management, like you said, it's becoming well established in areas like America. They still have their own challenges, but you know, it's become more established in the developed countries. But here in our own home base in Africa, there is still such a great need, and a lot of communities could actually get some value out of those skills and fine-tuning those skills.
Yeah, absolutely. Probably a lot of education to be done just in terms of an awareness of your industry and what you do.
Exactly.
So what is the best piece of business advice you've ever been given, Labo?
Okay, so I know this is going to sound like an advert, and it's not intended to be an advert at all. In fact,
do it. Go ahead, promote yourself.
No, it's coming straight from the heart. I went through 2 years of business school training, and I came out with this glamorous master's degree. And I can tell you one thing, that the last 4 months of being on the Girl Boss Hustle inner circle has made a world of difference compared to an entire 2 years of business school training, and at a high level for that matter, from a prestigious school to say that. And there's a reason for that. the biggest reason is the simplicity and the practical approach that comes with business coaching. So my advice to any woman or any entrepreneur, actually, for that matter, is to get a business coach, and more importantly, get into groups and of networks like the Girl Boss Hustle. And I'm saying that from our hearts. Like I said, with my experience, I can tell you that the last 4 months has made more difference than the last 5 years.
Labo, honestly, thank you so much for that. And just to let anyone know that we did not ask Labo to say anything about Girl Boss Hustle. So thank you very much. Wow, that's humbling, but that's exactly it. It's women uplifting women, right?
Exactly.
And what I find fascinating, just as an aside to this, is that although we've got a team leader in each of the coaching sessions, each and every one of us at whatever stage of business we're in have something to offer in terms of advice, assistance, network, help, a word of encouragement, so that it really is a community, right?
It actually is. And also you learn from hearing other people's stories, right?
Yeah.
So it's not just your own story, you're shaping your own story, but you're also looking onto what are other people facing, and is it similar? Look, I can learn from them, and that helps you to grow.
Yeah, love that. So I think we're going to end off with one piece of advice for another female entrepreneur. You know, someone who's maybe been in this journey a while or about to step into this journey of entrepreneurship. Yeah, what would your one piece of advice be?
So, and again, I would say get some project management skills on board. And I'm not just saying that as a project manager. Janine, you would know you're an experienced entrepreneur yourself, and you know the value that those project management skills have brought into your business, and that is what I would encourage people to do. Just get somebody to handhold you. I'm offering that, and I'm offering it at an extremely low rate. I'm offering 45 minutes of consultation where we go through, we diagnose the health of your project, your status of your project, or just your objectives, the health of your objectives and your goals that you're actually trying to implement, and look at how can we take the next step? What kind of steps can we take next to make sure that your idea comes to existence and you launch something? So that for me is the biggest piece of advice that I would give. Get yourself some kind of project management understanding, so that, or like skill, so that you can actually drive your business to growth. Yeah.
Super, thank you, Labo. You know that I'm a firm believer in project management and need it so much myself, being an entrepreneur. And I think this will resonate with a lot of other women in business and people in business. As an entrepreneur, you've got this and this and this and this you're working on. And if there's someone like you to guide the project planning, so you stay on budget, stay on target with time, getting the actual outcomes that you want. It's money saved in the end. It's money, it's a little bit of outlay for a fantastic return.
And also you save yourself a lot of frustration and stress that is completely unnecessary. When you can have somebody hand holding you, you're still in charge of your own life, your own business, but somebody is just hand holding you, giving you advice through your journey as you implement your projects or initiatives. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I will post my details.
Oh, super. I was about to ask you. So you'll put it in the comments.
I will post my details on the comments. Yes, yes.
Awesome. You're a star. Thank you, Labo. Thank you so much.